All right, let's get into the shout out. I'm not even gonna try it, but anyway, Ahmed, let's get into it. You should do a part two on this topic because there are a lot more of these tropes that are prevalent and downright cringy to watch. I will not lie to you. Yeah, a part two is definitely coming either way. I just gotta find the time to record it because I still have other projects to work on, but I will be getting this done. Anyway, thanks for your comment, man. Let's get into the Bible verse. For in Jesus Christ neither circumcision unveileth anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which worketh by love. Galatians 5:6. Let's get on to the main part of the video. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. I had to re-record this, by the way, because like the audio was being weird. So either way, the information is even more fresh in my head. Okay, so Ironheart, Riri Williams. I've made this video for one reason and one reason alone. People are idiots. People either don't read anything involving these new MCU characters, or they just lie.
I got into Marvel as a kid, going to comic book shops. I was really big on X-Men and all of the offshoots, like X-Factor and Wolverine. When Ironheart came out, I remember the buzz around the industry.
See, this is how you know that like they just be saying random comics. He dead ass just mentioned X-Men and X-Factor in relation to Ironheart. What the hell does that have to do with Ironheart? It's like they just do this to like pretend as if they're one of the fans. It's so annoying to me. It's so crazy. But anyway, let's get into the buzz he's actually talking about.
I was really excited. In 2016, Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh dear God, the race swap king himself, the one who started all of this to begin with, Brian Michael Bendis, and of course his name is on a generic race swap version and gender swap version of Iron Man. Crazy work, huh?
A few minutes later.
A lot of people think that she's a successor to the Iron Man legacy.
Marvel reveals new Ironheart comic teasing an Iron Man enemy return. That's crazy. Marvel's delay on Iron Man's MCU replacement suddenly feels a lot weirder. Interesting. What's this? Exclusive. Marvel's new Iron Man will be known as Ironheart. That is hilarious to me.
But in the comic book, Riri and Tony had a friendship. He was kind of advising her, and eventually she got her own identity.
Yeah, I think I thoroughly proved my point when it comes to this whole Ironheart not being original thing, but just to hammer it home, just because you make a suit that's different, it doesn't mean it's entirely different. She has the same powers, skills, and capabilities of anyone with an Iron Man suit. There is nothing original about her whatsoever, literally aside from her race. She's just another super genius with a suit of armor. Okay, what's different about her? Please, by all means. Like, genuinely. And then the common folk are just eating it up because, oh, look, something is happening. Let me break something down to you. I have read Invincible Iron Man, more recent run, obviously. Then I read Ironheart, and I read at least 4 different issues of Ironheart, right? So I think I can safely say, and not only that, right? I read a lot of subsequent like issues as far as like involving her character and like other type of cameo appearances that she made. So suffice to say, the people who are going to be in my comments are going to shut up now because I've read it already. I know what I'm talking about. So now we can get into breaking down why Riri Williams' character sucks. First and foremost, she is a woke disaster. And I mean that in the most literal term. You have a lot of like DEI characters. You have a lot of like literal like characters that are made to literally victimize themselves and victimize everyone else who are look like them. But this character is especially annoying because it couldn't be more blatant, yet people still ignore it. It's almost as bad as Miles Morales, right? The only difference is with Miles, literally, Stan Lee said it himself. Anyone can wear the mask. Don't get me wrong. Does that mean the way you adapt it? No, even despite that means it could just be just go crazy, do what you want? No. It still has to be a little bit of good writing there. Which is why I hate Miles in most adaptations aside from, Across the Spider-Verse and, Into the Spider-Verse. Literally. In the comics, he sucks. I don't give a damn. Moving past that, we even have other characters like Naomi. Again, at least she's her own thing, right? She's literally her own thing. Like, she's not like a Kryptonian offshoot. She's not like a blah, 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 blah. No, she has her own thing. She has her own lore. And I actually rock with Naomi a bit more in the comics than I do her show. Her show is straight god awful, right? And the reason why I'm bringing up all these other DEI characters is so you can understand what I'm saying, right? And that's to add context to the points that I'm going to be making. So let's get into that right now. Riri Williams, in her very flashback of her origin, quote unquote, on how she decided to become what she was, literally it goes as follows. She forces a teacher to victimize herself. Like, literally, she's all like, oh, well, you're supposed to tell me that I can't follow my dreams and I can't be this as a black woman. Woo. And then the teacher's really getting annoyed and like, bro, why would I say that? Like, I have no reason to say that. Like, it was like a long time ago since like people talk like that anyway. And she's just like, yeah, but like, you're supposed to tell me that so I can prove you're wrong. And then like the teacher's getting more and more annoyed. I would have just been like, bro, get the fuck out of class. Like, shut up. Like, bro, I can't. Like, go in time out. Like, why are you talking to me right now? Like, you're pissing me off. Like, that's the type of stuff that I don't understand. Like, people see that in the comic and be like, oh no, she's not woke. I'm like, bro, she literally wants people to victimize her so she can feel good about herself. Like I can't make this shit up. It's in the book, like, bro. And then her personality is obviously annoying. Like, she's always like so arrogant with everything. And like, you would be like, oh, well, you know, character arcs happen and become humbled and then they grow because of these different types of situations. She actually just gets rewarded for being a irritating, annoying little brat. Like, literally, like, she gets everything handed to her. Like, literally in one of her comics, she's literally like, oh, I just keep getting handed things. MIT, Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, like, etc., etc. The list goes on, even to the point where she literally got Tony Stark's lab to work in and do research in. So, like, again, I'm not making this up. It's all in her stories. That's what I'm saying. These characters really do suck in the comics as well as in the MCU. Like, that's why a lot of them get carried over. A lot of them are made for the MCU. Haven't you noticed? Like, Riri Williams isn't an old character. She's been around for like, what, a couple years? Like, maybe bare minimum, like 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 years bare minimum. Not even that. Like, bro, I think her first like appearance was like 2016 or so. Like, it might be a little bit like off of that, but it's been a minute since I read it. But yeah, no, it's crazy because like in all of the stories with her in it, they constantly shove in your face that she is the next Iron Man. Articles, news outlets came out and said it. It was buzzing when she first hit the scene. Oh, she's the new Iron Man. And then people be like, oh, she's just taking inspiration from Iron Man. She literally has his AI in her suit for a decent portion of her own solo run. Why are we lying? I really don't understand the point of this. And you could tell they're going to take a lot of inspiration from her solo runs, obviously, with even just like the suit design I see from her prototype. And I'm assuming that's the prototype because like there's no way that big ass, clunky ass suit will actually be the finished suit, because I swear to you that shit looks ass. What is so hard about translating something over to the comics, to the MCU? I don't get why this is so hard for people to do. Genuinely, just make the suit that she had in the comics. Like, literally is that simple. I don't understand why this is so difficult for y'all. And moving past that, like, yeah, no, she is annoying. And the crazy part is, right, the whole focal point of the trailer, right? You know, the Ironheart trailer to get you bumped up and pumped up for the show. You know, it's all like, oh, I want to be iconic. Yeah, forget the fact that, oh, people used to put on these suits because they wanted to help people, because they wanted to do the right thing. She's only doing it for her own self-betterment and self-interest. It's so annoying to me. At least with Ironheart in the comics, she just wants to do the right thing. She just wants to help people. Sure, she is a selfish prick, yes, sure, but at least she is doing it for a noble reason. This is the same character's origin story that is literally, oh, drive-by shooting. I'm not joking. It's literally in one of her comics. It literally says, oh, her origin is essentially, oh, her and her friends and or family, you know, were caught in a drive-by shooting. Really nailing home the stereotypes here, Marvel. Thank you. Again, her comics were around 2016 to 2018. So like, yeah, even nowadays, apparently people still have their own racist little stereotypes they gotta throw in these stories for some reason. Like, they can't just be average people. They always just have to be a part of some race-related violence. It's so freaking stupid to me. I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. Never ceases to amaze me how people just eat this shit up and think this is a good thing to do. Anyway, moving past her stupid cookie cutter origin story for every black character, I swear. Like, it's so freaking irritating to me because I be sitting here like trying to understand why people truly do believe like Riri is her own character when literally even Pepper Potts pulls up on her. Pepper Potts quite literally says, oh, I like her. They did this with Wolverine. They did this with Miles Morales. They did this with every single legacy quote unquote character that they can pull from. They always do this in Marvel, DC, whatever have you. Anytime they pass the mantle, they got to have the legacy characters like them so that we can like them. And I'm like, that's not how that works. You do know that, right? You can't keep shoving this character in our face and keep expecting us to just fall all over it. It's just not how it works. But that's just my take on the situation. Yeah, Ironheart sucks as a character and as a concept. Like, yeah, she's just bad. I don't understand what's wrong with like making new original characters. Because people will say, and this is everyone's straw man for why we should just race swap every single original character. You know what their arguments are? And don't laugh when I say this. Their arguments is, oh, you wouldn't like them if they were their own thing. Yeah, I'm not kidding. No, and it's not even true either. We wouldn't like them because they would be written poorly, right? Like Superman has almost every power under the sun. He's evolved as a character since. People with different writers get their hands on him. But at the end of the day, as long as these stories are written well, I don't think they care about them not looking like a black version of this or a white version of this or a green version of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that argument is so forced that it's not even funny. It's like, bro, just make the characters good. I mean, I'm pretty sure Stan Lee didn't expect a bug guy to sell well, and yet here he is. Spider-Man's the most popular Marvel character, bar none. I'm pretty sure he didn't plan for that. It just kind of happened, you know? Like, just throw something at the wall and see if it sticks and spin webs, and it happened, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just be so confused on the logic. It's like, gang, just write them well. That's the issue here. I don't like Miles, but I can safely say he's written the best in Into and Across the Spider-Verse. Because he's written well. And I still hate this black motherfucker. It's so crazy to me. Like, I be trying to sit here and like think to myself, like, oh, maybe they're just coping. And obviously they are. They literally are just coping. They use these arguments to cope. They have nothing. They have no leg to stand on. They can't admit these characters are bad because it doesn't look politically correct to say that these characters suck. People are even afraid to say that something is mid. It's like, gang, not everything is good, especially nowadays. I don't know. That's my take on this whole situation. I don't want to drag it out too much. Anyway, see you guys in this video. Peace.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
I am so sorry for the late uploads. Tablet has been tableting as per usual. I apologize, but we're back at it and we're ready to get into Ironheart. Honestly, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, I did actually do a lot of, well, I did a decent amount of research for this video. So hopefully you guys see that and enjoy that. And yeah, take it away.
A few minutes later.
In today's video, shout out goes out to King Crab 6572, and it goes as follows. Someone is the voice of reason. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Honestly, bro, it even feel like I've just been kicked out the algorithm recently, but hey, at least I'm getting back out there. Anyway, let's get into the rest of the video.
A few moments later.
Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Psalms 34:13.
A few inches later.
So, as I said in my previous video, we are here talking about Ironheart, and this movie or show or whatever is disgusting on so many levels. First off, let's just talk about like the main character.
What I'm building is
Important?
iconic.
And just like that, we are already getting accused of review bombing for not liking this piece of and it's crazy because like, gang, it's just it can just be everything got to be review bombing and like, oh, hate farming it. It's like, gang, no, this show sucks, gang. Like, I'm not joking here.
And that's a fact.
Like, bro, Riri already, as it stands, sucks. And before y'all say, in the comics, she's boring. And in the show, she is insufferable. There is not a single version of this character that actually needs to exist. You can't convince. It's like, no. Like, we already had like so many different setups when it came to the Iron Lad thing. And they just said no. They just said no, right? And then instead, we have this narcissistic, egotistical, and just overall bore of a character in its stead. And I just can't stand, and I just don't understand the motive onto why. Like, and here's what I mean by that, right? She is a criminal. She genuinely works with career criminals.
I'm only doing this because I have to. Not because I'm a bad person.
You're joking, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll get you out of here.
Door sealed in 3, 2, 1.
A few minutes later.
Riri! Open the door! Open the damn door, Riri!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone you're talking about is a criminal, including you.
No, I'm not.
What?
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
This show adheres to every single negative stereotype about people of color, I promise you. It's like, oh, the only reason they're turning to crime is because of the color of their skin. It's like, come on. And if you think I'm just saying that, watch the show for sake. I'm not making this up. Anyway, and fallouts, like that's her whole squad, and of course there have to be the diversity Avengers. Of course, you know, it's a modern Gen Z audience, of course, so you have to insert all of the political wokies that you need to that will be watching this show. You have literally a grown man wearing makeup that is stereotypically associated with black women, of course, has to at least be the stereotype of what he is, you know, can't just be happening to be these things, just have to be the stereotype. Moving on, we have the sexually ambiguous twins or siblings or whatever these things are. Anyway, moving on to, like, you know, the Mexican side of it, you know, we have like stereotypical mean scary guy part of the group, and then you have like the bubbly ditzy could it hurt a fly ass dude as the main villain. And I'm sorry, I just gotta say this now, Cloak is the most unintimidating villain in the entirety of the MC. You know what's crazy? They mentioned Stain in this show. Obadiah Stane has so much unequivocal and untested aura because this man didn't even need a single cloak or suit of armor to be intimidating. He was intimidating on his own. Like when he stole the arc reactor from Tony, aura, pure aura. Like you can't, like, bro, what? He was like, oh, just because you build something doesn't mean it belongs to you. With the most menacing aura and menace I've ever seen. But the amount of times I said aura in that sentence alone is crazy. But moving past that, it's just like, yeah, no. And then of course we have to deal with the weak ass suit. Like, bro, just adapt it from the comics. And before you idiots in my comments hit me with the, well, of course it's not the finished suit. Do you think I care? Do you think I care? No, I don't. I don't want to look at this for like half the series. Like we're already halfway through the series already because Disney Plus knows this shit is. You know what's crazy? I saw an article that said review bombing. They had the nerve to blame review bombing for this shit. It's like, gang, it ain't review bombing. This just sucks. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to just admit when shows are bad. And then you have a freaking Ryan Coogler and again in these articles and interviews saying that, oh, nah, woo woo woo. Like, bro, I saw a clip this man said, and I quote, oh,
Riri is a character with a ginormous chip on her shoulder, but also a big heart.
A few minutes later.
Riri! Open the door! Open the damn door, Riri!
Ironheart has such a chip on her shoulder and a big heart. She murders someone in the 3rd episode straight up. And I don't want to hear shit about, oh, well, he was trying to kill her. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This character keeps on trying so hard to forcibly call herself a good guy. Like she's constantly making excuses for, like, you know, being bad and doing bad things with bad people. And you know what's crazy? I know someone go in the comments, some brainiac's gonna be like, that's the point of the episode. That's the point of her story. She's trying to come to terms with the fact that she's not a good person and then she'll become a good person. No. And if that is the case, it still makes it look stupid and it still makes y'all look stupid for commenting. Let me explain why. Why would you need a show that already anchors the character as a horrible piece of like, why would Wakandans pick her up? Why would anyone work with her? Why would in any future endeavors, most of the audience who watch this show, all of 10 people, will remember every single thing she's done in this show and just be like, no. Because I promise you, their redemption arc for this character is going to be ass. I promise you. Like, it's going to be, it's like the only way to make her look good in comparison to the villain, just by making the villain straight up a demon. And obviously we see that being the case. I genuinely don't understand the point of making these type of characters. What is this teaching kids? Like, and that's my other point to like why I don't want to hear no arguments for this shit. What is this teaching kids nowadays? I remember superhero shows used to teach people to be a better person, to aspire to do good because it's the right thing to do, not because you got a chip on your shoulder, not because you were traumatized, but because it's just a good thing to do the right thing, right? You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do and because people can't defend themselves. Like, the strong protect the weak. Like, that's what superhero media used to teach people. Now it's just teaching you, oh, be a criminal, do whatever you want, be selfish, be narcissistic. Like, because this character is just a ego ass person. Like, all she does is for her own self-interest. Nothing is to better people. It's just to be the next Tony Stark. And even then, they try to draw comparison to Tony being the merchant of death and being like a slimy individual in the first movie. And I'm like, gang, you know the difference between these two, right? One of the characters were likable. Like, this character is not likable at all. She blackmails, she manipulates, she plays around, she jokes around, like, she kids around about the most serious things. She brings up her race constantly as if that matters. It is just constant pity party with this character. Like, any bad thing that happened to her, I genuinely am happy because I'm like, bro, you're a shit human being. Like, I don't want to see a main character. And of course, they had to make the main character a black female who just so happened to be a piece of shit. It's like, gang, Marvel, tone deaf as hell. It's just like the stereotypes never end. It's like the FBI may be secretly still working and they may have won because this is a crazy representation for black women. It's like, what are we talking about here? Like, I genuinely don't understand. Like, the main point of the show is, oh, every dream has a cost. And what are they trying to say? To reach your dreams, you literally have to be a criminal? Like, at least as a black woman, like, what are you talking about? Like, again, I have to ask, who is this show made for and why? Like, the whole point of Ryan Coogler going on all of his fucking press junkets talking about this character was trying to like get hype into the character, and he just straight up lies constantly every time he talks about this character. Like, big heart, where is the kindness? Where is the need to do good, the want to do good? Where is any of this? It's non-existent, and I'm so tired of it. Like, there's nothing in this show that's worth a damn to you. I promise you. The suit design, ass. Most of the production, mid. Like, the entire premise of the show, ass. Like, you even had the solo actor being a soggy wet noodle. I promise you, there's not a single male in this show that, you know what's crazy? I can't find a freaking clip, but like, oh, she was trying to be intimidating to like the guy who's literally a foot taller than her. She over talking about some, oh, what? And the dude just like, nigga, what do you think? I'm going to hurt you. Like, you're weak. Like, nigga, she is like 90 pounds wet. She is 5'3". This man damn near is looking like he's 6'1" at least. And this she over here trying to act all intimidating. I'm like, gang, just because you look like a boy in the face, you ain't a nigga. Like, bro, know your place. Like, I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This change feels like the most unnecessary because like people are gonna say stuff in the comments. And I'm like, in the comics, like Riri was actually like a superhero. Like, she like cared about like innocent people. Like, she wanted to help people. Like, she made her suit to be another hero like Tony Stark. And like even the AI was more interesting because, you know, it was Tony Stark for a little bit. So it's like, yeah, I don't understand why they made such a drastic change to her character and making her an entire entitled, you know, basically like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me, but like that's just my opinion on this. Like, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, I'm gonna get back to the main video now. Understand why a lot of women act like this. Like, y'all be 5 feet tall and then acting like y'all can take on a 6 foot tall demon. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, sorry, bro. I'm just saying, like, this shit was so annoying to me. Like, I promise you, I couldn't find a single thing to enjoy about this show at all. Like, nothing about it was interesting. And also, her introductory episode, right? Episode 1, she should have been dead. I don't care. She should have been dead. Like, bro, armor was flying off of her and then she landed with barely any armor on her. Nothing was broken. And then she freaking broke out of like the elevator by just using brute force. And people are talking about some, oh, wow, she's so smart. She's a genius. All they do is glaze her. It's like, where is the improvement? She does everything she says. Like, bro, there's no rise and fall. There's no climax. There's no room for the character to improve because everyone is sucking her clit.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
Like, I promise you, this is annoying. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm over here just trying to find like a single thing to like about this character, but no. Like, and I'm sorry. Why does she need a pseudo armor if she could just casually just lift? Like, bro, I promise you. And I know someone's gonna go in the comments gonna literally say, and I quote, well, she obviously has to be strong enough to be able to move these heavy parts. I'm like, bro, stop coping, gang. Look at her. She looks like she's 80 pounds wet. Not even 90 pounds. 80 pounds wet. And niggas over here in my ear want to make excuses on to why she does half the shit she does. No. This show is bad and y'all know it's bad. Stay, peace, and enjoy this video, and can't wait for the next one. See you guys later.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
All right, shout out goes out to New Master, and your comment goes as follows: Riri, I'm buried in Stark, Pym, Jobs, Gates combined. Also Riri, steal things for personal gain, broke MIT principal's arm without apologizing, killed policeman. Technically, she didn't kill a policeman. She just, offed a bunch of other people, and by proxy of working for the criminals, also killed people most likely. But I get what you're saying though. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of the video. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excitest them all. Proverbs 31:28, 29. Personally, I don't like being right about these shows that come out with Marvel nowadays, or even the movies. Like, I want Marvel to do well, and I definitely want, like, the MCU specifically to do well because of, just I have a staked investment into this. Like, it's like I've started with this, I grew up with this, so it's like I kind of got to see it through to the end, through all the shitstorms and bullshit. But honestly, this is one of those rare times where it feels so satisfying to be right about a show that came out by Marvel. And here is exactly why. This show is. And now that we have the full scope of it, I can finally say with full certainty that without any freaking reservation, I know people in the comments, it was like, oh my God, the show wasn't finished. Oh, she's going to learn her lesson in the end. Yeah, she made a deal with the devil. Yeah. So you guys can like give my formal apology in my DMs on Instagram, or you can just politely type in the comments, you know what, Nakari? You got a point. You're right. I don't know why I misjudged you. And yeah, I'll eat my words now. Either way, however you want to phrase it in the comments, I will take the apologies however way you serve it up to. Personally, I was right. I was right about everything.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, this woman learns no lesson. She gains no real experience. She is, in fact, an idiot. She knows exactly that this person deals in dark magic, and she still chooses to, like, work with the literal devil. Like, working with actual Satan is crazy. Like, it's one thing to work with criminals, even though I argue having a superhero show revolving around all criminals now, because I can say that now, everyone is a criminal, including the main character, and it feels good to be right. You know what's crazy? Like, the gang has like a falling out, and it's weird to me because I'm like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen when you're working with a criminal who deals with dark magic? I just think that's crazy. What did you think was gonna happen?
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant.
Like, these were going to be like respectable criminals. Like, if there even is a word for that, respectable criminals. Like, no, like, this is what you deserve. Like, you expect to work with people who wouldn't backstab. That's crazy. Y'all all have been backstabbing each other. Like, I don't understand this. Y'all all haven't had mistrust for one another the entire show. So why now do you buckle and shuckle? And like, I just want to say this as well. I just think it's kind of stupid. Like the whole thing with Stain, it's like, he is rightfully upset because, like, gang, literally the very scenario he said was going to happen literally happened. He was literally proven right. That's what's hilarious about the guy. He's literally rightfully pissed. Riri literally got his shit. And even though, by the way, I just want to say this.
Okay. Could have said that in a regular tone, but I get it. Keep passing that.
I can't. My fingerprints will get all over it.
You can't find black market technology. It's why it's on the black market. So they made a whole deal about, oh, you'll trace it back to me. That's not physically possible.
Who cares? Use gloves.
And the wind could blow my hair follicles onto it.
What wind?
It's black market tech that he altered himself. It doesn't belong to anybody. It's not traceable by anybody. They'd be like, if I just grab some weed from a plug and the police track it back to me somehow. How? There's no way. There's no evidence. There's no way to do that. Like, yeah, I just want to let the record show. He's over here worried about fingerprints and things getting tracked, yet she's using his technology to enhance her suit. So either way, if you have such an issue with it, why are you helping her besides being blackmailed? It's like you wouldn't even care at this point. Just touch it. Like, she's already using it. Literally. Like, I don't understand this. And then he spares the shawty, like spares her life. Real character.
You need to leave Chicago now. Parker finds out you're still alive, he won't be so forgiving.
Like, that's a complex character. You have a villain who's super pissed at like the main person, and instead of giving in to his darkness, he still finds a way to forgive and rise above that and lets her off easy with some damaged tech. And by the way, all the little criminals go after her because like they were like ordered to do so. It's kind of stupid because I'm like, so y'all are all just now murderers now, even though y'all all was like, oh no, killing's bad, bad, whatever, cool. And also, by the way, I know, right? By the way, it's crazy to me that out of this entire scuffle, without the suit, mind you, because the suit was doing all somewhere else. Without the iron suit, she doesn't have a scratch. She has like one little bruise on her face. Her clothes aren't damaged. She isn't really damaged for real. Even after fighting a metahuman, she is perfectly fine, damn near. So I'm like, okay, so this show is just completely giving her plot armor literally. She doesn't need the suit at all. So why build one if you're basically Wonder Woman? Like, even as stupid as it, and I'm like, hold on, like, pause. Now you show how weak Riri is as a woman, but you have her go up against the super lesbians to do that. Mind you, these people are the muscle of the group, and this is how they are fighting her. Riri has not been any form of martial arts specialist this entire show. Please keep that in mind. Again, the super lesbians have super strength damn near. Mind you, this is what she did to her after this whole little cat and mouse scene. For fuck's sake, she kicked her almost all the way to the other side of the restaurant with one blow. Why the fuck are they doing this whole chase in the first place if they could just end it all right here and now? And also, she has a gun. Why didn't they just shoot her? Why bother talking? Like, but when she was fighting a dude that's literally a foot taller than her, all of a sudden she can hold her own.
I told you to stay in your lane, kid, right?
For what?
A few minutes later.
Mind you, she somehow gets out of the situation after being ragdolled like that. I'm like, where is the stakes here? Like, it's so hard to believe anything's gonna happen. And also, she puts like the twins in like a shield bubble thing, but it's inside of the bubble that they're in. So they could just smash the fucking device that the field is generating from, and then they're free, and then they can kill her because she's not a trained fighter. They can just, these lesbians can just stomp her out easily. Like, it wouldn't be hard. Like, she's not a fighter. Like, you can literally see there's zero muscle mass on this shawty. Like, it would be so easy to take her out. I'd be so confused on like the action scenes with Riri just by herself because it's so unbelievable. Like, she isn't an athlete, she isn't a trained fighter, yet for some reason she can go up against, apparently all of a sudden, trained murderers. So like, I just think that's crazy. So it's like, okay, you can't have your cake and eat it too, gang. And then the whole thing with Natalie, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. Shawty isn't real. They even show you this in the final episode. She's not the real Natalie. Every emotion she's feeling is simulated through memories that she came from. She's not a person. And before you idiots say, well, Visions is a machine too, you think I care about that bucket of bolts either? I would give the same energy to this nigga. He is a machine. He is binary code given flesh. I don't care about this vibranium masterpiece. Like, is he a beautiful piece of technology? Sure. But he's not alive. He has no soul. He's not a person, goddammit. He's a piece of machinery. Let it go. So, and yeah, I feel the same way about Wanda. Let it go, motherfucker. I never understood this plot point in the comics or anywhere else. He's not alive. So moving past that whole issue, like, because I know someone's in the comments gonna be like, well, don't you understand the pain she's going through? Yeah, if she was real, Natalie is again an AI. She's fake. God damn it. And so I'm just gonna touch on the whole Natalie coming back from the dead. Yeah, death means nothing in the MCU. It means nothing. Because Mephisto, spoilers, Mephisto's finally in the MCU for all you diehards who wanted to see the devil in a Disney project. Yes, the literal devil is in the show. You know what's crazy? For years, people have been teasing like, oh yeah, Mephisto's gonna be like in WandaVision. He's gonna be in Multiverse of Madness. And that was a no, and that was a no, and that was a no. Anything everyone thought that he was gonna appear in, he just didn't. He appears in a fucking Ironheart show. A character that, mind you, has zero involvement with demonic forces and magic. And even her just having magic in her suit makes zero sense.
A few minutes later.
I'm sorry, there is a law. There is common sense. My suspension of disbelief can only go but so far. She has no idea what she's doing. Yet for some reason, she pilots a suit with magic so flawlessly, you would have thought that she was a sorcerer supreme herself in a past life. This is crazy. So she can literally do anything. Where is the stakes? I don't think she's gonna be afraid for her life. Like, anytime I see her struggle, it's like for 2 seconds because the plot just hands her a W. I'm like, gang, where is the flaws? Where is the rise and fall and then rise again of the main character? There's none of that here. Like, I hope I'm not like articulating myself poorly. I hope y'all understand it. I'm really critiquing this because like there's no way people would defend this show after this, because people's favorite saving grace for this piece of shit was like, oh, it's only been 3 episodes. Well, it's the entire series now, and she didn't grow at all. If anything, she got worse. Again, I will repeat this for the entire video. She made a deal with the devil, not a demon, not an interdimensional like space wizard or alien. This is an actual devil. Like, he's literally the devil. He even talks about how long he's been on Earth and like the different deals different political figures made and like different religious figures made. He's actually the devil. He calls himself Mephisto. He alludes to people calling him Satan. Like, what more do you need? She's a shit character. She's a shit person. And everything in this show has been telling you this, even the writing, as shit as that is. So please, Ironheart defenders, stop fucking glazing this shit. And when this show bombs, when the reviews come out, I want y'all to sit here and sit on this video. I want y'all to really let it sink in that Nakari was right. I told y'all niggas, this show is ass. I've been telling y'all this since the trailers. I've been saying this since the comics. I literally did a video on comic Riri to prove to y'all she is shit in the comics too. This character does not need to exist. She has no reason to exist besides to be shit. I can't. I genuinely can't with people in the show. And like, just to say this, Mephisto is broken as fuck. He quite literally pulled a soul from heaven and brought it back in physical form and brought a real person back to life. The real Natalie is back to life. Not the AI, the real fucking person that fucking got gunned down years ago. Her rotting corpse was restored, reanimation jutsu style from Naruto. Like, she's alive, bro. So I'm like, so Mephisto can do anything as he can in the comics, because I repeat, he is Marvel Satan. He literally can do it. And by the way, does that mean God also exists in the MCU? Is that confirmed? Because that's the real soul that got brought back. So like, what is the religious implications here? What are they trying to say? Like, I'm so confused on how things work now.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.